Welcome to TV2's coverage of Cody Garbrandt Day in the Twin Cities, brought to you by Trinity Hospital, Twin City. I'm Bill Morgan. Over the course of the next several minutes, you'll get an opportunity to hear from the UFC Bantamweight World Champion. Also, watch the parade today through Denison and Uhrichsville, honoring Cody and his accomplishments. Hear from Maddox Maple, who of course has become Cody's running mate as he's become a world champion in the UFC Bantamweight division. Again, our coverage being brought to you by Trinity Hospital, Twin City, a great opportunity for a local hero who has ascended to national heights. Our coverage rolling on in just a couple of minutes on your home for the best coverage of local sports, including Cody Garbrandt Day in the Twin Cities, Channel 2, all brought to you by Trinity Hospital, Twin City.
Are you recovering from orthopedic surgery, experiencing low back pain, or pain resulting from an injury? If so, choose Trinity Hospital Twin Cities Rehab Center. Their experienced team of physical therapists provide personalized care to help you return to normal activities as soon as possible. Choose the Trinity Hospital Twin City Rehab Center at Denison. Call 740-922-6675 for more information.
Cody, tell us your story. If you go back to when you were a freshman at Claymont, won the state championship in wrestling, if somebody told you then that someday it'd be Cody Garbrandt Day in the Twin Cities, they'd be holding a parade for you, what would you have said then as a ninth grader?
You know what? I'm speechless being able to come back here, see my family, supporters, bring my wonderful girlfriend back home, and to see how excited and proud the town is of what I accomplished. And I couldn't do it without being born and raised in Uhrichsville and Denison and 922, so I'm very thankful to be able to come back and have this opportunity for everybody.
When you talk about the opportunity that you have now as a world champion, at what point in time, while you were still in high school, after you got out of high school, you decide, you know what, the UFC mixed martial arts is something that I think I can have success at?
I've always loved fighting. I've always grew up fighting. There's not a time in my life that I wasn't fighting. When I first saw the UFC at around 11 or 12 years old, I knew I wanted to be a UFC world champion, just not a fighter. I want to be the best I could be and be the world champion. So that was my first, vision and dream of that, was seeing it the first time. I was the Ultimate Fighter. So it's kind of crazy that I'm, now the world champion. I leave tomorrow to go out and film the new season, Tough 25, against Dillashaw in Vegas. So it's great to see, that I was out there with a dream and chased it, and had a lot of support and help along the way from everybody. So it was everybody's win on December 30th.
UFC World Bantamweight Champion Cody Garbrandt, our guest on TV2. Cody, for people, and there's going to be a lot of them that you see at the parade in your honor today, who have dreams, whether it's UFC-based, whether it's their dream to accomplish whatever they want to accomplish. And there's always, along the way, and you know it better than anybody, there are naysayers. What do you tell those people that are dreaming to try and do and accomplish their dreams?
Know that you're going to get knocked down. You got to stand back up. It's going to be, very tough, very challenging at times. But if you have the dream and you have the courage to chase it, do it 100% and do it with passion and do it with love.
Cody, talk about the fight that you had in Pittsburgh, a few opportunities before you won the world championship. What it was like to fight that close to home with what was a rowdy bunch of folks in your corner?
It was great, started out the year, 2016, with a goal and a purpose. It was to be a world champion by the end of 2017, or end of the year, beginning of the next year. Able to come back home in front of Pittsburgh really fueled me for the rest of the year, really set a tone. I took the fight on 3-4 day notice with the opponent back out. So it was nice to have everyone, travel packed tight in vans, however they got there, to show support, and the crowd came out, and it would just really set the tone for the year. It showed that I had a lot of support, for being able to fight back home, and I carried that support momentum each fight carried the momentum until I got my title shot, and I knew that was my destiny, was to be a world champion, and on December 30th I captured that.
UFC Bantamweight World Champion Cody Garbrandt, our guest on TV2. Cody, we've heard a lot of people say in different sports it's more difficult to stay a champion than it is to be a champion. As you get ready to travel down that path after the big win over Dominic Cruz, do you think that's going to be true, not true, something you're going to find out along the way?
It's hard to get here, and it's even harder to stay. But I know my responsibility is to stay on top. If I were to fall down or lose a fight, I would climb back up the mountain. I've been here before in life and in my career, and my other careers, wrestling and football, we've lost, and we're able to come back. So just know that losing is a part of it. It's how what you learn from a loss. And just my passion is to be the best. I set out to be the best fighter that I can be, Lord willingly. Hopefully, I have longevity, and I'm able to stay on top and walk away with my head held high.
Tell us a little bit about the battle with Dominic Cruz. The people that are in this neck of the woods, obviously, prior to the fight, they were in the Cody camp. I don't know if the rest of the nation said, hey, Cody's going to win this fight. It's going to be an upset. He's going to knock off the champ. What was your outlook going into the fight? You appeared pretty early in the fight to be pretty confident.
Yeah, I visualized fighting Dominic Cruz since I was a teenager, and it was finally there. So I was just happy and blessed to be able to live in the present state of my mind and my body and soul in there, and go out there and capitalize on 25 minutes of, that's going to change the rest of my life. I just had, win this fight, 25 minutes. You work so hard to get here. It's been, a long journey with ups and downs, and there's a reason I was here. It's 25 minutes, and whether I had to go out there and do whatever I had to do to get that win, it was 25 minutes of hard work. I worked my whole entire life for this moment, and I was just able to stay calm, proficient, set up my striking, and have fun in there. That was the thing, just having pure fun is something that I love to do, so I'm very blessed to be able to go out there and perform like that. Obviously the win's was a huge, plus, icing on the cake as well, but to be able to have that feeling, just, knowing that everything that I went through and got here, everybody on the journey, we did it, we finally made it, and to see how happy everyone was after the fight was very rewarding. It was the most rewarding night of my life.
Cody, from the X's and O's perspective in that fight, you obviously had a strategy going in, but you just hit upon something that I think drew even more people into the no-love camp, the entertainment factor. As the fight went on, you appeared to get more and more confident, and for those of us who are a little bit older like me, you reminded us of Sugar Ray. You were shuffling around in the ring. You obviously were having fun and becoming more and more confident. At what point in time in the fight did you feel comfortable doing that? Is that something you always feel comfortable doing?
And that's me. That's my personality. I'm always, enjoy life. There's a time in my life that I took it, I didn't take it for granted. So I'm blessed with these times, opportunities. Like I said, all week I was constantly reminded of living in the present and just enjoying it, and looking back of how far I've came, and what's going to stop me now. Just like I said, 25 minutes. But it was fun to go out there and entertain. I knew I had to fight early in the third round. We both were bantering back and forth, talking to each other the first, second round, and then the third round I cut him open, and he saw his blood and he didn't like that. And I asked him, I said, hey, Dominic, you having fun? I said, you having fun yet? And he was answering me back the first and second round, but the third round he didn't say nothing. So I knew it was my fight after that.
Tell us a little bit about what lies ahead. Earlier on here in our conversation, you were mentioning you're flying out tomorrow. Talk about the opportunity that presents itself there.
Yeah, I'm actually had the opportunity to coach the Ultimate Fighter 25 season, Team Garbrandt versus Team Dillashaw. We're going to fight at a later date, but he'll be my first title defense. And we have a lot of history with Dillashaw and his team. Being a former teammate of myself, it's going to be a great fight. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited to go out there and, use this opportunity to grow as a person, help these gentlemen out in their journey, have a small part in their journey, whether it is to, be a better fighter and be a better human. I'm very excited for the opportunity. It's 6 weeks out in Vegas, and I'm very excited to leave tomorrow and start filming tomorrow, so it's busy for me.
UFC Bantamweight World Champion Cody Garbrandt, our guest. And Cody, as we wrap up here on TV2, a couple of questions. Talk about Dana White and his involvement, obviously, leading the UFC and what he's meant to you.
Dana White's been amazing to me ever since getting in the UFC. Someone I look forward to in my dreams, wrapping the gold belt around my waist. So he was always in that vision, always in that dream, and for me to be able to have that with him, it was nice. Something I shared with, and I was able to take the belt off and wrap around Maddox. So it was you're getting back some and you're giving back some. So that's great. He's a very giving person, and I'm excited for this. The future what holds, and hopefully I defend the title as many times as I can. But he's a great guy. I'm happy to be working for him.
Cody is a bantamweight champion. Obviously, you're doing a ton of things right. That goes without saying. Are there areas of your fight game that you want to improve as you look ahead to what will be, you said, your first title defense?
With fighting, mixed martial arts, that's what I love about it. It's always a challenging. Every day you wake up is your work ethic's judged. You can train hard the day before and you slack off that day. So that's what I like, that it presents itself a challenge every day, a new challenge, a new new day to get up, your body's sore and beaten, and you're training hard to keep getting better. So there's always room for improvement, and that's why I love fighting, because life and fighting for me goes hand in hand. There's always room for improvement in your life, and always room for improvement for fighting. So I think life and fighting for myself go hand in hand.
Cody Garbrandt, our guest on TV2. Cody, we appreciate your time. Best of luck in the future.
Thank you, guys.
Are you recovering from orthopedic surgery, experiencing low back pain, or pain resulting from an injury? If so, choose Trinity Hospital Twin Cities Rehab Center. Their experienced team of physical therapists provide personalized care to help you return to normal activities as soon as possible. Choose the Trinity Hospital Twin City Rehab Center at Denison. Call 740-922-6675 for more information.
TV2 covering the visit of Cody Garbrandt, no love into his hometown on Cody Garbrandt Day, as proclaimed by Tuscarawas County Commissioners. Here with Maddox Maple. And Maddox, tell us how you first got to know Cody.
I was having cancer, and Cody was training out in Sacramento, and he wanted to give up and quit fighting and training in Sacramento. So his brother Zach called him up and said, "There's this little boy in your hometown that's fighting for his life, and he can't give up, but you can." So Cody reached out to us. He came and met me on January 22nd, which would be today, 5 years ago, and then he donated his fight tickets to us.
Now, what was that like the night Cody won the championship? He beat Dominic Cruz, and not only did he become a champion, but I think in his mind, you became a champion. What was that like for you?
It was awesome, because that was our dream, me beating cancer and him making it to a championship, and so it was just awesome that our dream came true.
Now, Cody, when you get to the stage you're at now, UFC Bantamweight World Champion, and even climbing that ladder as you did, let's be honest. There are people that probably didn't know who Cody Garbrandt was, and then there's a lot of people who try and climb on the bandwagon and go up with you. What made you make the decision that Maddox was a young guy you wanted to be involved with?
The first interaction with Maddox was crazy. It's 5 years today on the date that we met. I remember my brother planted the seed about Maddox and the Maple family going through this the battle with leukemia, and I had a sister around Maddox's age, so yeah, definitely I was fighting as an amateur in Cleveland at the time, and I ended up hitting Make Up on Facebook saying, hey, I would really like to get involved to show that you guys don't have to fight alone, and donated proceeds of my ticket sales to the family for whatever it was. So we kept in contact, because again, once Maddox is able to have visitors, he's healthy enough to have visitors, we'll hit you up and have you come down. And 5 years ago today, Mick hit me up on Facebook and said, hey, Maddox is ready to see you. And I drove down from Cleveland and sat there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, just talking with Mick and Stephanie and Maddox, and just that first initial meeting, he left an everlasting impression in my heart, where I just always thought of him, and it was a time in my life that I needed redirection, refaith, and I just knew that he was going to, just seeing him and looking in his eyes, and I knew that he was going to beat leukemia. I just felt like he had that warrior spirit, and I knew that it was going to be a good journey for us.
Maddox, you were sharing with me earlier that you've been to all the fights. Do you ever think about giving Cody advice? Do you see him doing something and maybe after the fight you say, hey, no love, try this, try that? How does all that go in your relationship with Cody?
I kind of tell him after the fights, you did good, but you could have did this and stuff. So it's kind of cool being able to tell him, because he's a fighter, but yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about that belt. Sort of hold it out there in front of you, if you would. When somebody sees that on TV, they want to know if that's something like, you can go in Walmart and buy, and it weighs like 6 ounces. You said, no, this is the real beast. Tell everybody how big that is, how much it weighs.
It is super big and it's super heavy. It weighs 12 pounds, so it's really heavy to carry.
So once Cody got that in the ring after he beat Dominic, and you got a chance to hold on to that, standing beside Cody, what was going through your mind then?
I'm like, oh my gosh, we did it. This was our dream, and it finally came true, and I was just so happy, and it was just the best moment ever.
And Cody, as we sort of wrap up our conversation with you and Maddox, you shared how his story captured your heart. What kind of advice do you give people like Maddox? Do you give people who might be in similar situations to him that are facing health struggles? Obviously, becoming a world champion, that's a struggle, but it's a different kind of struggle. You're battling for your career. People like Maddox at one point in time battling for their lives. What do you say to those young men and women?
Just never give up hope. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. We met under unfortunate circumstances, but we made the best of them. And I drew near him, he drew near me in his worst days and my worst days in our battle to the top, and here we are, and we're able to go out here and have a parade in our hometown and have, joyous times. We've had some rocky roads, but they all led us to the top.
Maddox, will you be signing as many autographs as Cody today?
I'm sure.
Are you recovering from orthopedic surgery, experiencing low back pain, or pain resulting from an injury? If so, choose Trinity Hospital Twin Cities Rehab Center. Their experienced team of physical therapists provide personalized care to help you return to normal activities as soon as possible. Choose the Trinity Hospital Twin City Rehab Center at Denison. Call 740-922-6675 for more information.
As you can imagine, tons of people on the streets of the Twin Cities for Cody Garbrandt Day, and among them, Gavin Rankin. Gavin, tell us, have you ever had a chance to meet Cody before? And if so, where did you meet him?
I met him twice at Harley-Davidson, and I met him at the Denison Yard.
Now, what grade are you in, Gavin?
I'm in 3rd grade.
Now, when Cody won the World Championship and he beat Dominic Cruz, did you get a chance to watch the fight?
Yes, I did.
Were you screaming and yelling and cheering for Cody?
Yep.
Now tell us who this is standing to your left.
On my left, I have my little brother, Nolan.
Now Nolan's got a Cody No Love shirt on. You've got a Cody No Love sign. How exciting is it going to be to see here Cody coming up in just a couple of minutes?
I think it would be very exciting.
All right. Thanks for talking with us, Gavin. You know things are in for a big day when a house divided comes together to support Cody No Love Garbrandt. The gentleman on my left, the gentleman on my right, our son and father will begin with Dad. Mr. Ronald, how can you be an Ohio State fan and your son a Michigan fan?
Well, because I like Ohio State. I'm an Ohio State man.
Now, how come he drifted to that school up north and became a guy cheering for the maize and blue?
I don't know.
Dad has no explanation. Now, having said that, even though you're cheering for Jim Harbaugh and company, what makes you guys come together today to see Cody?
Well, it's a great day, a local kid making it big and finally coming back and showing, seeing the support from everybody here. It's a good day for everybody.
Now, your dad had no explanation for why you became a Michigan fan. With Dad being an Ohio State guy, how did you cheer for that school up north?
I'm the smart one in the family, that's why.
Oh, wow. So a little back and forth between Dad and Father. Dad, you heard your son say it's nice to have the communities come together and cheer. Tell us what you think when you saw Cody sort of ascend, beginning with his MMA battle to where he is now as world champion.
Oh, he did good. I watched him on the TV. He's a good fighter, yeah.
And when you think about somebody who started here in the Twin Cities and then is now really on a world stage, that's got to be pretty exciting for you as a local guy to see a guy famous nationally and internationally.
Yes, it is, yeah.
It is all a part of what's happening. Cody Garbrandt Day, as you can see the parade going on in the background. We'll close out with you. Cody will be coming here in just a minute or two. What do you think what Cody is able to accomplish says to young guys like this one on your lap?
Hey, never give up, give it your all, and the sky's the limit.
You're watching TV2's coverage of Cody Garbrandt Day here on Channel 2, all brought to you by Trinity Hospital, Twin City. A wild and crazy day in the Twin Cities. Cody Garbrandt Day, not only here in Uhrichsville and Denison, but all across Tuscarawas County, as proclaimed by the Tuscarawas County Commissioners, celebrating the accomplishments of the UFC bantamweight champion, Cody Garbrandt. Our coverage, including interviews with Cody and Maddox Maple and parade coverage, all brought to you exclusively by Trinity Hospital, Twin City. I'm Bill Morgan. Thanks so much for watching on TV2 from Time Warner Cable.